And it's just so heartbreaking to just even think that someone could do that to her because of how loving she was.
A tragic ending in Walworth County for a woman who went missing in Milwaukee. The details in the case.
Plus, calls for a raise. What exactly educators in Monona Grove say they're looking for from the district.
And a big overnight update on the strike in Hollywood that halted television production for months.
And we did clear out overnight, but we are looking at some gusty winds later today. We'll talk more about that and some cooler weather before the big warm-up next week. More coming up.
Good Thursday morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchine.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Chris has the morning off. We start with first warm meteorologist Kelly Slifka this morning. I feel like we're all feeling a little Friday energy today.
We are.
I don't know if it's the weather that's looking at. We're all kind of wild.
We got to come back tomorrow, boys.
Well, because yesterday's weather, I actually was able to get to sleep because it was so cloudy.
Extra naps.
Yeah, a little dreary yesterday, but thankfully we were right back into some sunshine today. We will have to contend with a wind. This morning it'll pick up here over the next hour or so. It'll be gusty throughout the early afternoon hours. Sustained winds at about 15 to 25. Some gusts could be up to 30 miles per hour through the mid-afternoon hours, but after about 4 o'clock, those winds should start to come down. It's down to 35 now in Middleton and also Fitchburg, hanging on to 36 in Madison and also Sun Prairie, Mount Horeb at 34 degrees. So a little bit cooler this morning just simply because we have cleared out. But we are getting back into some brighter skies today. We've got a lot of sunshine in our forecast today. Some of those wind gusts, though, into the afternoon could be up to 30 miles per hour. A little bit cooler temporarily. Looks like by tomorrow and also going into a Saturday with highs in the mid-40s. So as you plan your day, counting on a lot of sunshine today, getting close to 50 here at the noon hour. Those winds will be up there, making it feel a little bit cooler. High temperatures in the lower 50s today. We'll start to see a little bit of cloud cover rolling through this evening as temperatures fall back close to 40 by 9 o'clock. So those winds, as mentioned, will be up there at about 15 to 25 miles per hour through the late morning hours into the afternoon before coming down after 4 o'clock. So mostly sunny, a windy Thursday for us as temperatures climb pretty close to our average in the lower 50s. Talk more about the cooler weather the next couple of days, but a big warm up next week. More coming up.
Kelly, thank you. This morning, we're asking Sauk Prairie Police for more details on reports of a possible explosive material found at a home. Residents in part of Prairie du Sac had to be temporarily leave the area Wednesday while first responders investigated. Police say people clearing out a home near Bridges Elementary School and the Wisconsin River found a suspicious item. Here's what we know so far. The report came in around 4:15 yesterday afternoon, and when officers arrived, they saw the item, then called the hazardous devices team from Dane County. The team was able to remove it. No injuries were reported.
We have new information now on the woman who was found dead in rural Walworth County last week. Authorities say she was shot to death in Milwaukee, then her body was driven to the Darien area. Officers found 41-year-old Sierra Berry, roughly 20 yards off Creek Road in Darien back on November 2nd. While investigating her death, Milwaukee police identified a 69-year-old man they say was a person of interest. When officers approached him for questioning, he shot and killed himself. In their grief, Berry's family is trying to keep her memory alive.
Just believe that for her girls, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that her 3-year-old little daughter never forgets her.
Berry's family first reported her missing back on November 1st.
A former defense contractor based in Tomah will go to prison for 15 months for trying to defraud the Defense Department. Prosecutors say 46-year-old Jonathan Walker pretended to be a disabled veteran to help his business. Doing so landed him 2 contracts at Fort McCoy between 2015 and 2019. Walker was never disabled while serving and, in fact, never served.
Now to the nation's capital, where Senator Tammy Baldwin is looking to pass some new legislation by Veterans Day in just 2 days now. Baldwin introduced the Commitment to Veteran Support and Outreach Act back in January. It would give $50 million each year for 5 years to support and hire county veteran service officers. The bill would also help alert veterans to their eligibility for Department of Veterans Affairs programs.
As Veterans Day approaches, the family of a local veteran is celebrating a special honor for their loved one. The late U.S. Air Force Colonel Laverne Griffin is the newest inductee to the Hall of Heroes. This is at Madison's VA Hospital. Griffin went to Portage High School, spending nearly 3 decades in the military, flying numerous missions. Here's what his daughter had to say about the honor.
I think the more people there are who are recognized by this hospital, the more you realize these are real people. They did real things. These were their lives. They served us.
Griffin retired in 1974 after 28 years of service. He passed away in 2019. The hospital normally inducts 2 veterans a year, one near Memorial Day, the other around Veterans Day. And here at News 3 Now, we are continuing our special coverage of veterans leading up to the holiday this weekend. You can track their stories and watch them for yourself on the Channel 3000 mobile app.
It's 6:05 on this morning's Health Watch. The CDC says cases of syphilis in newborns is increasing. The U.S. saw a 30-year high in the number of reported cases in 2022. The DHS says the number of cases is also rising here in Wisconsin. 29 cases were reported last year. That's a 19% increase from the year before. So this happens when a mother is suffering from syphilis and passes the infection onto her growing baby. The result can be miscarriage, stillbirth, premature birth, low birth weight, even death. But passing it on is preventable if the mother can get treatment.
Knowing a woman has syphilis is the first step towards treatment. It is an easily treated infection, but universal screening is essential.
Doctors say a simple blood test can screen for the disease. It should be done early on in your pregnancy, though. If you are sexually active, pregnant, or thinking about becoming pregnant, you should get tested.
5 after 6 right now on this Thursday morning. Crews are busy at work in Waunakee this morning building the brand new Heritage Elementary School. This comes a year after Waunakee voters approved $175 million for the construction of 2 new schools.
Yes, and we are getting a glimpse of the progress being made there. Construction began 6 months ago, but there's still a long way to go before the opening next fall. Our Arman Rahman gives us a closer look.
A year ago, almost to the day, voters in Waunakee passed a referendum to build a new elementary school, and now I'm standing in the middle of what will be the main entrance of the new building.
Our courtyard, it's very intentionally designed where classrooms can go out there. There are going to be whiteboard spaces for learning to happen.
Students will also get a science, technology, engineering, arts, and math area.
We have some support structures for some sensory swings.
And flex cafes for each grade level.
Make it kind of more of efficient time around the eating hour or lunch hour kind of thing. I think that like neighborhood or community approach.
Principal Dan Carter says he's heard students, staff, and families concerned about lack of usable space in the current elementary building.
Today I'm walking down the hallway and we have grandparents and parent volunteers that are sitting on the hallway floor doing small group volunteer work with students. That's not going to happen here because we have thought forward with that.
The new building will be 152,000 square feet. Classrooms will be larger, and each room for younger ages gets its own toilet, small group instruction, and cubby areas.
I think the intent there is to keep those little curtain climbers in this area of the building so they don't wander too far.
Across from the playgrounds and sports fields are 78 underground geothermal wells that the school's heating and cooling system will connect to.
We're capturing or taking advantage of the temperatures of the earth at that depth to support both the heating and cooling systems for the building.
The current elementary building was built in the 1930s, so the district says it's time for it to graduate.
When we tear down that school next summer, we have a place to build a new middle school, which is definitely space-driven.
Now, you're used to new outfits or haircuts for going back to school, but how about a new building? That's what students and staff will be getting as this is set to open next school year. In Waunakee, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
Arman, thank you. Continuing our education coverage this morning, special education assistants and education assistants are asking the Monona Grove School District for a raise. They say their pay should mirror those in similar positions in surrounding districts. At a school board meeting last night, educators and supporters said they wanted to see a $3 pay increase. They say some assistants have to work a second job just to pay their bills.
None of them are making over $30,000 a year, but every day they show up and do a job that is incredibly important and unbelievably valuable to individual students and those families.
The board discussed its bargaining strategy for base educational assistant wages in a closed session during last night's meeting.
Now to an update on the Screen Actors Guild strike. Union officials say as of 12:01 this morning, the strike is over. Actors in major film and television studios have reached a tentative deal. We don't know much about it yet. Officials say it will allow SAG-AFTRA members from every category to build sustainable careers.
It's a seminal deal, and it's just an amazing time for our union. It really is.
The deal still needs to be signed off on, but assuming it is, you can expect to see your favorite shows return in the second quarter of 2024.
More local news now. Later this month, community members will pick up Thanksgiving meals from the River Food Pantry. This morning, Madison College culinary arts students and faculty are all done preparing them. This is the 17th year in a row the students have helped prepare the meals. They say learning how to prepare a meal this size is great for those looking to get into the catering business, but it isn't the only thing they're grateful for.
Not only is this just free food, but it is excellent. Like, to be able to put out a service like this is just astounding.
Listen to this. Students made a total of 125 turkeys, more than 1,000 pounds of potatoes, and 80 gallons. Gallons? That's a lot of gravy. That's wild.
2 weeks away from Turkey Day today.
Oh my goodness,
Isn't
you're
that crazy?
right. That is crazy.
Woo.
Yeah, it's early this year.
It is early this year, which gives you more time to celebrate the holidays.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm still starting November 1st, whether Turkey Day's early or not.
That's true. Gives me more time to get my tree up. I wait until after Thanksgiving.
Traditional lady.
I am.
All right, 6:10 right now. Straight ahead, we're working for the weekend this morning with your family's plans with Weekend in the 608.
Stay tuned for that. Then the Badgers welcome in a top 10 team tomorrow night. Why they might be, though, without one of their top players.
And Kelly's tracking some sunshine.
Yeah, we've got sunshine in our forecast after the clouds yesterday. It's going to be windy today. A little bit cooler tomorrow, but we have a big warm-up next week. The first warm forecast just ahead.
Dear Detour, when life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Get $1,000 cash back on Tundra when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota. Let's go places.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Design your door your way with Mastercraft's easy step-by-step designer. Or visit our stores and choose from our great selection of in-stock doors today. Get this 6-panel, ready-to-paint interior door for just $99.99 after rebate. Designer's Image vinyl tiles are perfect for updating your home. They feature self-adhesive backing for a fast installation. Silver Series vinyl tiles are only 89 cents each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, our delicious pan pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Thick, crispy, buttery pan pizza? Now that is an expression.
For a limited time, take and bake any large 2-topping pan pizza for just $11.99. At Papa Murphy's, we make great pizza, so you can make the pizza great.
In my oven.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
We're doing everything we can to reduce our carbon footprint.
We are 100% employee-owned.
We are Barnes.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Okay, too soon, but it is time to get prepared for the holidays. Barnes can take the stress out of setting up your holiday lights so you can enjoy the season. Welcome to Barnesville. From planting to tree and shrub pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Discover the Barnes difference. Get started at barnesinc.net.
Okay, so I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get literally any Samsung Galaxy for free.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
And it's just in time for gift giving season, too.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
I'm gifting mine to my son.
Excuse me, it's work. Talk to me.
What a boss.
New and current customers can get any Samsung Galaxy free. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Dear Detour, when life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Get $1,000 cash back on Tundra when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota. Let's go places.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're back 6:14 this morning. It is almost the weekend in the 608, so we are highlighting what is happening. And it may seem a little early to some of you at home, but this weekend marks the start of some holiday light displays in our area. The second week in November kicks off the turning on of the Holiday Fantasy and Lights. That's at Olin Park along beautiful Lake Monona. The lights will officially be flipped on for the holiday season starting Saturday night around 5 o'clock. The Fantasy 5K will also run at that time. Lights will be on from dusk till dawn, November 11th through December 31st. Booths are open with those candy canes, of course, from 4:30 to 10 each evening. And we'll be there live at the Holiday Fantasy and Lights tomorrow morning with an early preview with what's new this year. A local favorite is celebrating a big milestone this weekend. Riley Tavern is celebrating its 75th anniversary as a tavern. That building dates back to 1884. Their anniversary party is happening Saturday from 2 to 9 p.m. with live music, of course. Riley Tavern is located along the Military Ridge State Trail between Verona and Mount Horeb. For the fourth year in a row, Madison Reading Project is launching its annual community book drive. Their goal is to raise $100,000 and provide 15,000 new books before winter break. That nonprofit has placed book collection bins all across town this week. So when you're out and about this weekend, find one near you. The drive ends December 8th to ensure books get to kids before schools close for the holiday break. And we'll be live at the Madison Reading Project Monday morning with more on this year's goals. Remember, we are your home for what's happening in the 608. You can go to our section of channel3000.com. You can also click on the community calendar in partnership with Madison Magazine.
Boy, a lot going on this weekend. Perfect weather to be out and about, too.
Finally, you know, so I think whether you have some yard work you want to get done, if you want to get the Christmas lights up on the house, now is the time, right? Because we know it's not going to last forever.
But 60s in the forecast. We love to hear that. Kelly Slifka is breaking down that extended forecast with lots of sun.
Yeah, you know, we usually get a stretch of some quiet weather, some unseasonably warm weather that usually comes in October. It's just been delayed about a month, and we're going to see that. And I think you'll like that extended forecast. We'll have that coming up. Liking to see the sun today, too, after the dreary weather we had yesterday. And we are expecting quite a bit of sunshine today. Temperatures warmer than yesterday. We should be hitting the lower 50s. Our average is 48, so a couple of degrees above that. Sun officially comes up at 6:42, but noticing that sunset at 4:40 now, obviously now that we're back into standard time. And this was a couple weeks ago. Terry got this photo of this beautiful maple tree with all the reds on the east side of Madison. Thanks for sending that in. Lost a lot of the leaves now that we had the wind and the rain over the last several weeks, but we are looking at some unseasonably mild temperatures. It's going to be kind of strange to see temperatures near 60 this time of November. Here in the middle of November, it looks like next week. And in that period, we should see quite a bit of sunshine as well. We're looking at winds right now out of the west. Not picking up quite yet, but I think over the next half of an hour or so, we will see these winds pick up, and they'll be up there at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Could see some of the gusts early this afternoon up to 35 miles per hour. But as the sun starts to go down, or just before the sun starts to go down, they should be diminishing as you're headed home from work or school. And by this evening, after dark, those winds will be about 5 miles per hour. So seasonable temperatures today actually running maybe a couple degrees above average as we head into the lower 50s today. And it's going to be dry for an extended period, and above average temperatures well in the 50s. We've got a couple of 60s showing up next week as well. We'll show you that in the 10-day forecast. Right now across Wisconsin, quiet. One storm system up to our north. That's going to sink down to the south and bring us some cloud cover tomorrow, at least some clouds. Today, though, plenty of sunshine as we warm up close to 50 here at the noon hour. Should be in the low 50s. Just have to deal with that wind out of the west. A few clouds roll in tonight. Should go through fairly quickly. By tomorrow morning, we'll start to see a little bit more cloud cover as that storm system up to our north sinks down to the south. That will bring us some cooler temperatures going into tomorrow afternoon, only headed into the low to mid 40s tomorrow, maybe upper 30s up to the north. So we got some cooler weather by tomorrow and also into a Saturday, but then we've got the warm up. The jet stream is going to lift to the north. That allows the storm track way up to the north in Canada and also allows that warm air to come in from the south. 36 right now in Madison, Janesville at 36, 35 in the Dells, Mineral Point at 32 right now, Sauk City at 32 as well, 33 in Cross Plains, Sun Prairie 33, same goes for Cottage Grove. First warm forecast, other than the wind, it's going to be a nice afternoon, sunshine, 51. Cooler tomorrow and also Saturday. Overnight lows in the 20s, low 30s by Sunday morning. And then there's that transition. Sunday looks pretty nice, a little bit breezy. Then we'll be well in the 50s, even close to 60 by Wednesday and Thursday.
Friday, the Wisconsin men's basketball team will welcome in 9th-ranked Tennessee to the Kohl Center for a huge non-conference game. It'll be the first time the Badgers will host a top 10 team in the month of November, and they might have to take on the Vols without Connor Essegian. The sophomore sharpshooter left Monday's game with an upper body injury. He was at practice on Wednesday and is listed as day-to-day, according to Greg Gard. Bucks hosting the Pistons, and Giannis was doing Giannis things. The Milwaukee big man with the block, and then it's going to start the fast break. And when he gets going, you just get out of the way. Giannis slams it home and then throws on the mean mug. Well, the refs didn't like that and gave him a technical. It was his second of the game, so he was ejected with 9 minutes left in the third. He can't believe it. Bucks, though, win without him, 120-118. There were no Sunday scaries for the Badgers. In fact, Luke Fickell was pleasantly surprised at the tone of his team's first practice after Saturday's loss to Indiana, calling it the best Sunday practice he's seen since the season started. Now, for the guys, they just needed to get that taste out of their mouth as they focus on finishing out the year with 3 wins, starting with Northwestern.
Losing sucks. We play for a coach who hates to lose. You know, he made that very clear in the locker room. We owed ourselves that to come out on Sunday and just attack it and just making the most of these last 3 weeks we have, the last guaranteed 3 weeks we have.
We just have to come with different energy just to get that taste out of our mouth, you know. It sucks that, you know, we lost to a team like that or just lost in general, honestly. So, I mean, the only way you can get that out of your system is by just attacking the next day.
And just a reminder to check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle with Tanner Bortolini and I. Show airs at 6:30 on Friday right here on News 3 Now. And don't forget, you can come out and see a live taping Mondays at 6:30 at Buck and Honey's in Monona. Braden Locke will be our guest on November 13th. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Zach Hanley, thank you very much. It is 6:21, still ahead, an unexpected winner at the Country Music Awards last night.
And in our next half hour, catch up on the latest in the presidential race after last night's GOP debate.
The Packers face the Pittsburgh Steelers Sunday at noon.
When you pull up to someone's house, the first thing you see nowadays is their garage door.
Let Precision's experienced designers come to your home and help you select the perfect door for your house.
Precision is there to help.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Friends of the Middleton Performing Arts Center present the Greatest Piano Men, celebrating the world's greatest pianists and showmen, including Elton John, Billy Joel, Stevie Wonder, Liberace, and more. One night only, Saturday, November 18th. Tickets available online now.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter or whiter and whiter.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution.
Well, they're whiter, they're brighter, and I feel better about my smile. And it was so easy to do.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This Thanksgiving, order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 50% off and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Save big this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. 24-pack Pepsi products, just $8.88. Basket and bushel green grapes, just $1.48 a pound. Mrs. Grimes beans or chili beans, only 69 cents. A dozen Hy-Vee large eggs, just 99 cents. Jimmy Dean bacon, just $2.99. And lots of matzo pizza, only $4.99. Get these great deals and more Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Welcome back. Take a peek at this gorgeous picture by Cheryl.
Okay, Cheryl.
She's bringing the heat.
I know the farmers have been so busy lately, and I think they're going to be looking forward to having some drier weather to help them in the fields, Kelly.
Yeah, this this is going to be a really nice period for them to get out in the fields. I think most of it is done. I'm not sure. I haven't been too in tune with that, but yeah, drier weather for the next week.
Looking good. Cheryl, thank you very much.
All right, let's see what's trending this morning.
Oh, yeah. Country music celebrating its biggest night last night on ABC with the CMAs. The winner of the big night was somebody a little unexpected.
And the CMA award for the Song of the Year goes to Fast Car, Tracy Chapman.
There you go. So Fast Car was the first title off of Chapman's self-titled debut album. It earned her a Grammy in 1989. You can't redo an original and expect it to be as good as Tracy Chapman's, but Luke Combs's rendition of it has been playing nonstop on radios for the last couple of months, and even you gentlemen who are not as big a country fans as me have to admit it's pretty good.
It is good.
Well, so I haven't heard Luke Combs, but Tracy Chapman, I don't consider, she's not country though.
She's not country. I think it was more of a nod to the original artist of the song, because Luke Combs has just,
so
crushed it.
A little bit more of a country twist?
Yes, yeah. He's got a gorgeous but very, very country twang. I'm not sure you would appreciate that.
I do, actually.
You don't mind.
Yeah, it's not bad. All right, Kelly, those warming temperatures.
Yeah, temperatures in the 30s this morning, but warmer weather next week. We'll have all the details coming up.
6:36 or 6:26. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Looking for a B2B partner in social media marketing? Choose Shelley Social Media. Our team offers PPC advertising, social media management, digital marketing, and more. We don't just manage your brand, we make your brand shine. Discover the Shelley difference today.
Who's always behind the scenes helping make safe, regulated childcare possible in Wisconsin? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
We're doing everything we can to reduce our carbon footprint.
We are 100% employee owned.
We are Barnes.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Okay, too soon, but it is time to get prepared for the holidays. Barnes can take the stress out of setting up your holiday lights so you can enjoy the season. Welcome to Barnesville. From planting to tree and shrub pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Discover the Barnes difference. Get started at barnesinc.net.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month, free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Hold it!
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
Ordering promotional products guaranteed to create memorable moments is an easy mission at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Feeling sluggish or weighed down? Could be a sign that your digestive system isn't at its best. Metamucil gummies make it easy to get the fiber you need, promoting your digestive health for a better you. Metamucil gummies, the easy way to get your daily fiber.
Sometimes Jonah wrestles with falling asleep, so he takes ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, for a better night's sleep. So now, he wakes up feeling like himself, the reigning family room middleweight champion. Better days start with ZzzQuil nights.
Hey, Dad, we're running low.
We'll be all right.
What is going on here?
Insulation? I'm chilly.
I can't help you with a
decoration, but I can help you replace these windows fast.
Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest until 2025. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
When you partner with Shelley Social Media, you will be eligible for our exclusive offer. The first 50 businesses who sign up now will receive free social media management. Enroll today and see your business thrive. Discover the Shelley difference today.
Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy answer.
Right now, highlights from a fiery GOP debate in Miami. The response from the frontrunner, Donald Trump.
Today is a day that I'll remember for a long time.
Our exclusive coverage on Madison's latest Badger Honor Flight continues. The story of the 98-year-old World War II veteran and his experience in Washington, D.C.
We do have some sunshine out there today. It's a little cool to start. It's going to be windy, but warmer weather next week. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Good Thursday morning, folks. Thanks for joining us on News 3 Now this morning. I'm Josh Ryder.
And I'm Leah Lynchon. Chris Stanford has the day off. Kelly Slifka is bringing you the best news of the day. A nice long stretch of sun and some warming temperatures.
Yeah. We've got a couple of cool days headed our way, but then we're going to go over that hump and see some much warmer weather by the middle of the month. I think you'll like that extended forecast. A little cool this morning, cooler than yesterday simply because we have cleared out. We are looking at a lot of sunshine today, but you will need that heavier jacket. Right now, 36 in Madison, 36 in Middleton, 35 currently to the south in Brooklyn. A lot of sunshine today, but it's going to be windy. A dry westerly wind at 15 to 25, gusts up to 30 miles per hour. A colder Friday and Saturday, highs in the mid-40s, but then we're going to turn the switch and warm up later in the weekend into next week. Temperatures today near 50 here at the noon hour. A windy early afternoon as temperatures remain in the upper 40s to around 50. This evening, we will see a few clouds roll in and maybe a few more clouds going into tomorrow as well. Winds, though, will be a factor as they pick up here now over the next hour. 15 to 25 sustained mile-per-hour winds into the early afternoon. As we get toward 3, 4 o'clock, I think the winds will start to diminish, and especially as we get into the evening hours, they'll be closer to 5, 6 miles per hour early this evening. So 36 right now at the airport. A lot of sunshine throughout the morning hours as temperatures climb up close to 50 by the noon hour. Talk more about that cooler weather the next couple of days and then that big warm up into next week coming up.
Kelly, thank you. Breaking right now at 6:31, we are tracking new details of a rollover crash just into the newsroom this half hour. This is brand new video of the scene. Police report a single vehicle crash on Johnson at Fordham along the Ahara Bridge late last night. Officers tell us speed was a factor in the crash. Injuries have been reported. We are working to get further details on the status of those in the car. That scene has since been cleared.
To our other top story this morning, another GOP debate in the books after a fiery conversation on stage last night. 5 GOP hopefuls taking the stage on NBC News. The big focus of the evening was how to handle Israel's war on Hamas. Ron DeSantis at one point saying Israel should, quote, finish the job with these butchers. The debate also turned heated with candidates, of course, throwing insults at one another. At one point, Vivek Ramaswamy referred to Nikki Haley as Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels. He also called out her daughter for being on TikTok.
In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my daughter out of your voice.
Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy answer is actually to say...
The candidates also took shots at President Trump as he continues to skip these debates. Chris Christie at one point saying he should be in jail. Meanwhile, the frontrunner responding to the debate, calling them all boring and unwatchable.
A new poll is out this morning from Marquette Law School, and it's taking the temperature on the 2024 presidential race here in Wisconsin. In a surprising turn, support for Biden is higher among Democrats than support for Trump is among Republicans in the state.
But the surprising thing that we've seen all year is that Biden actually has a higher favorability rating with Democrats than Trump does with Republicans. Not a big difference. It's about a 10-point difference, but it is a difference.
In the race against Biden and Trump, the results are pretty mixed. Biden has a slight edge over Trump by about 2 points, but the margin of error on this poll is 4 points, meaning it is still up in the air who Wisconsinites support.
We have new information this morning on the Open Records lawsuit that Assembly Speaker Robin Vos is defending himself against. This all stems from a 3-judge panel that Vos had consulted with during his push to oust Wisconsin's newest Supreme Court Justice, Janet Protasiewicz. In his most recent testimony, Vos said he never gave formal guidance to the panel. This seems to be Voss claiming he wasn't involved in any form of direct control over the panel as they did their work.
A live look at the Gaza skyline this morning where, according to the United Nations, both sides of the conflict are committing war crimes. The UN human rights chief spoke to the UN yesterday where he made the scathing remarks, calling the actions of Hamas on October 7th heinous, brutal, and shocking. He added that the collective punishment of Palestinian civilians and forced evacuations also amount to war crimes. This comes as the conflict continues to escalate, with Israeli forces claiming that they've taken the heart of Gaza City, while tens of thousands of civilians evacuate the area. Also in the Middle East this morning, a new U.S. airstrike targeting Iranian-backed militia groups. On the same day, a U.S. drone was shot down in that region. U.S. military personnel have launched airstrikes on a weapons facility. Meanwhile, militants claim they struck down one of the U.S.'s $30 million drones over international waters. This all comes after a series of 40 attacks on American servicemen that have left at least 50 people injured.
More local news now. Every mayor and for every city and village in Dane County is celebrating a successful conversation this morning after the first meeting of its kind this week. It looks like this kind of discussion might become more common, too. Dane County's 7 mayors held a panel discussion yesterday covering a wide range of topics that they've seen in their communities. The mayors talked about issues ranging from transportation to housing.
We face very similar challenges, but there are also similar solutions, and we can get there through collaboration. And I feel like we're in a good place in how we collaborate across local government, but also how we collaborate with the business community.
So the next meeting hasn't been set yet, but they are considering featuring school district superintendents next.
6:35 this morning, and as we approach Veterans Day, News 3 Now is saluting the Wisconsinites who served our country. Our Braden Ross got the chance to meet nearly 100 veterans on the last Badger Honor Flight of the year, but one stuck out to her. A veteran you don't see too often anymore. She brings us the story of a 98-year-old World War II veteran who was on this flight.
I consider myself lucky.
At 98 years old, George Noth will tell you he's gotten a pretty good lot in life.
I grew up in Davenport, Iowa.
Coming of age during World War II, it was only a matter of time before a draft letter arrived in his mailbox.
I failed the physical examination because of my eyes.
Less than a year later, parachutes and Higgins boats reached the shores of Normandy.
So they sent me for a physical examination again, and this time I passed.
So it was off to basic training for George. Next stop, Okinawa.
As the ship left Seattle, it was smooth sailing, so to speak. But as soon as we got out into the open sea, well, all hell broke loose. As we were passing north of Hawaii on the troop ship, we got the news that they had dropped the atom bomb on Hiroshima.
Japan has today surrendered.
It was a sense of relief. I missed D-Day, and because of the A-bombs that were dropped on Japan, I missed the invasion of Japan, which would have been a horrible, bloody affair.
George spent his time in the service picking up the pieces of the war, working as a clerk typist. After the war, life went on, but now nearly 80 years later, George is being celebrated for his service with an 18-hour trip to Washington, D.C. on a Badger Honor Flight.
Today is a day that I'll remember for a long time, because the way our whole group was greeted at the airport, the people standing there and applauding and reaching out to shake my hand, it was like I was some big celebrity or something.
And although he considers himself lucky, George used his time on this trip to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
The more I watched the guard walking back and forth, and the more I thought about the sacrifices that man made, who was the unknown soldier, it brought tears to my eyes. That poor guy that died to serve his country. So.
That was Braden Ross reporting. This remarkable story is just one of 4 that Braden will have as we honor our local veterans leading up to Veterans Day.
If you'd like to get involved in supporting Badger Honor Flight and give veterans like George this amazing opportunity, just go to badgerhonorflight.org. Those stories bring me to tears almost every time.
They give you goosebumps because they all just have such incredible backgrounds. And you look at him, 98 years old. The stories that gentleman has, are just unbelievable.
There's no one who deserves recognition like these veterans, and I'm so honored that News 3 got to tell those stories.
And when you see the people, like applauding and everything,
it chokes you up, doesn't it?
It really does.
Oh, beautiful.
6:39 coming up. We're working for the weekend in the 608 this morning. I'll have a rundown of what's happening across southern Wisconsin.
Stay tuned for that. Kelly, you have a look at the first warn forecast for the weekend, too.
Yeah, we are talking about some sunshine finally returning. We are talking about a bit of a breeze that'll be picking up over the next hour or so. A little cooler the next couple of days, but we do have a big warm up with some sunshine next week. More in the first warn forecast coming up.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash, at the Magic Wash. Whoa. We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
Hold it!
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend. Haul or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Tonight at 10, they say everything is bigger in Texas. And that's no lie when it comes to Buc-ee's.
I didn't understand what the big deal was, but now we do.
You will too, because Buc-ee's Travel Center is bound for the Badger Steak.
We got brisket on the board.
We went all the way to Katy, Texas, outside Houston, to see how Buc-ee's will fit when it comes to DeForest.
We'll check out the proposed site and the buzz one local official is hearing. Moving forward with a new Buc-ee in DeForest. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, meteorologist Kelly Slifka out on the patio here as the sun is coming up. It's going to be nice to see that sun after all the cloudy, dreary weather we had yesterday. And we're looking at forward to some very quiet weather and unseasonably warm weather. So this is the 8 to 14 day outlook. This is going out a couple weeks. So not only next week, but even into next weekend. You can see much of the nation, excluding California, the desert Southwest, expecting above average temperatures. And that means temperatures could be getting close to 60. Now, we got a couple of cooler days. Today is going to be that transition, still relatively mild and as we get up close to 50. But it's a cold shot will come down Friday into Saturday, but then that'll be sliding on to the east. The jet stream lifts up to the north. That'll take the storm track to the north, but also allow that warm air to come in from the south. That'll be with us going throughout much of next week into the following weekend. Beautiful sunrise now coming up with the orange on the horizon. 51 expected today. Actually, a couple degrees above our average, which now is 48. It'll be a chilly night tonight as we dip below freezing. One thing we will have to watch out for today is going to be the wind. Right now, still less than 10 miles per hour most locations, but now that the sun is up, it will likely pick up fairly quickly this morning. Out of the west, it's a dry westerly wind at 15 to 25. As we get toward 4 or 5 o'clock, that wind should come down, and by the evening hours, it'll be closer to 5-6 miles per hour. So it's just going to be that short window of having that wind out there. So not a great day to be raking the leaves as they'll be blowing around a little bit, but pretty good opportunity to rake the leaves tomorrow and also Saturday. The winds will be a lot lighter, and we are expecting dry weather. It will be cool, though, those days. Seasonable temps today as we get into the lower 50s, and it looks like dry weather through next week. Above average temperatures well into the 50s next week, and we do have a couple of 60s, and I'll show you those coming up. That storm system up to our north, you notice that snow kind of wrapping around that area of low pressure in northern Minnesota. That's going to sink to the south. We're not expecting precipitation with it, but it will bring us some cloud cover tomorrow. Meantime, a lot of sunshine today as we climb up close to 50 here at the noon hour. Should be in the lower 50s today. It's going to be windy, though, making it feel a little bit cooler. Some of those clouds roll in tonight, at least briefly this evening. Then as that system sinks down to the south, will bring us some cloud cover tomorrow, not completely cloudy, but with the clouds around, that cooler air mass settling on in, it will be a cooler Friday for us as we kick off the upcoming weekend. Right now it's 36 in Madison, 35 in the Dells, 34 in Watertown, 33 in Monroe across Dane County. We've got some temperatures that are below freezing. 31 in Sauk City, right at freezing in Cross Plains at 32. Wanakee 33, Stoughton currently 33 as well. First warm forecast brings in the wind today, but at least we have the sunshine. A mild day, but we do cool down tomorrow and Saturday. Then we quickly rebound on Sunday. Temperatures next week well in the 50s, could be touching 60 by Wednesday and Thursday. No raindrops in that 10-day forecast either.
Drying out. All right, Kelly, thank you. 6:45 now. It is almost the weekend in the 608, so it's time to break down the weekend planner for the whole family. As we approach colder weather and the holiday season, a Madison favorite is set to come to an end this weekend for the year. We're talking about the Dane County Farmers Market on the Square. The 2023 Saturday market season officially comes to a close after Saturday's market. As a producer-only farmers market, their vendors are limited by their production and harvest yields. So grab your family and friends and enjoy a Madison tradition one final time this year. The farmers market is open Saturday from 6:15 in the morning to 1:45 in the afternoon. Also, stay tuned for their holiday market set to happen in the coming weeks. While you're downtown for the final Dane County Farmers Market, be sure to also check out the Winter Art Fair off the Square this weekend. This is happening both Saturday from 9 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 4. Admission is $5 at the door. There are 135 booths this weekend as the fair celebrates 34 years. Well, with winter quickly approaching, you may be itching to pull out those ice skates. The Janesville Ice Arena is inviting folks for public skating throughout November. Specifically this weekend, they're open Saturday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. and Sunday from 5:45 to 7:15 p.m. Public skate admission is $6 for children and seniors and $7 for adults. There's also a $2 charge for skate rentals. Remember, we are your home for what's happening in the 608. You can go to our section of channel3000.com. You can also click on the community calendar in partnership with our friends over at Madison Magazine.
Boy, perfect weather for a lot of these events this weekend.
It's going to be a nice weekend to get outside, obviously, with those events. I know the Badgers, it's going to be a big weekend for them. Basketball and football in town, volleyball on the road. So a lot to be able to see and do in the 608.
Final farmers market of the season. Got to get outside and enjoy it under the sun.
That kind of puts it into perspective, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, that kind of is like, okay, it's real. Holidays are here because that's kind of marking the end of, you know, the outside season here in Wisconsin.
And you'll catch Josh and I downtown for that Badger game for sure.
Oh, it's going to be a big weekend. Remember to let me know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email for a chance to be featured.
It is 6:48 on your Thursday. Coming up in the morning sprint, an update on the story of a man who led police on a high-speed chase, all caught on camera.
And an inside look at the progress on a new school in Wanakee.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, we love to celebrate with them here on News 3 Now. Make sure you send in their picture so we can share it.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son. The fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in, they don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Hold it!
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
Ordering promotional products guaranteed to create memorable moments is an easy mission at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County doesn't just build homes. We build financially strong families. Habitat Homes, financed through affordable mortgages, allow hardworking families to break the cycle of poverty and invest in their futures. Your support changes lives. Please donate today.
Welcome the new season with a deep cleaning by Stanley Steamer. Our certified technicians will renew your carpets, air ducts, upholstery, tile floors, and more, clearing away the dust and debris. We clean using powerful proprietary equipment and family-safe cleaning solutions to leave your space looking and feeling fresh. Call or go online to schedule your professional cleaning with Stanley Steamer today.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Rediscover life without pain. SSM Health Orthopedics.
Welcome back at 6:51. Time for the morning sprint.
Breaking news this morning, we are tracking new details of a rollover crash just into the newsroom within the last 30 minutes. We now know 2 people were injured and taken to a local hospital. Brand new video of the scene right here following the crash. Police report a single vehicle crash on Johnson at Fordham near the Yahara Bridge around 9:30 last night. Officers tell us speed was a factor in this crash. That scene has since been cleared.
Sauk Prairie police say they removed possible explosive material from a home in Prairie du Sac. Here's where it happened. The suspicious item was removed while somebody was cleaning out a home in town. Nearby residents were told to leave the area before the Dane County Hazardous Devices Unit showed up and safely removed it.
A man from Prairie du Sac faces charges this morning of child neglect and drug possession. This after a 1-year-old overdosed on fentanyl while in the care of 32-year-old Brady Jensen. Deputies and first responders were sent to a home in the town of West Point where they found the 1-year-old having an overdose. The child was given Narcan and was taken to a local hospital.
Milwaukee police are investigating the murder of 41-year-old Sierra Berry. She was reported missing on November 2nd. Her body was found the same day in Walworth County. Police searched for a 69-year-old man who was labeled as a person of interest, but when they found him, he shot and killed himself. Berry was a mother of 2.
The man arrested after a high-speed police chase last week has been formally charged. 22-year-old Donovan Moore is charged with fleeing an officer, second-degree recklessly endangering safety, and possession of narcotics with intent to deliver. His cash bond was set at $10,000 in his first court appearance. He could face up to 45 years in prison.
State Assembly Speaker Robin Vos is defending himself against an open records lawsuit filed by a liberal watchdog group. They're seeking documents related to a 3-judge panel Vos consulted with during his push to oust Wisconsin's newest Supreme Court Justice, Janet Protasiewicz. In his most recent testimony, Vos said he never gave formal guidance to the panel. President Joe Biden will be in Belvidere, Illinois today, meeting with the United Auto Workers. The White House says Biden will deliver remarks about the UAW's historic agreement with the big 3 automakers, bringing thousands of UAW jobs back to Belvidere and reopening a plant there. Biden is looking to ride the momentum of Tuesday's election when Democrats across the country won big.
The GOP presidential debate wrapped up last night with a few less people on stage. Going head-to-head were Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, and entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy. They let the nation know their stances on a variety of topics from the war in Israel to the U.S. economy. Ivanka Trump took to the witness stand Wednesday in the final day for the prosecution in the New York case against the Trump Organization. Her testimony was far less eventful compared to her father, but the prosecution still asked her many questions. The case continues on with the defense now having time to make their case.
Breaking news updates on the war between Israel and Hamas. According to figures released from the Gaza Health Ministry, 18 out of 35 hospitals have stopped functioning within Gaza. The health ministry says the hospitals that remain open are working at less than full capacity due to shortages in their supplies and the inability to create electricity because they lack fuel. This information comes as the conflict continues to escalate with more and more casualties, both civilian and military.
A man is behind bars this morning for the stabbing that killed a synagogue leader in Detroit. Samantha Wool was found dead outside her home early morning of October 21st. Detroit police are not giving out any information on the suspect, just that they have one. Police had previously said they had no evidence the killing was motivated by anti-Semitism.
Staff for the Monona Grove School District are asking for a $3 raise this morning. Education assistants there say their pay should be similar to the same kind of staff in nearby districts. At a Monona Grove School Board meeting last night, the board discussed a bargaining strategy for base wages, but it was a closed session meeting.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. A chilly start to the morning, but we did clear out. A beautiful sunrise coming up. We will see a westerly wind that'll be picking up. That will be noticeable later this morning into the afternoon. Temperatures, though, pretty seasonable as we climb through the 40s here at the noon hour, getting close to 50. Should be topping out in the lower 50s. A lot of sunshine today. It's just going to be windy, and that will eventually bring us some cooler temperatures. But not today. A beautiful sunrise coming up on the eastern horizon as we get up close to 50 here this afternoon. Otherwise, we do have a little bit more cloud cover tomorrow, a little cooler for a couple days Friday and Saturday, but transition into some 50s on Sunday as the winds pick up out of the south. 50s to around 60. No rain in that 10-day forecast going into next week. So we're finally due for a stretch of some dry, mild weather next week.
It is about time.
Yeah.
Kelly, thank you very much.
Sure. Good day for a car wash.
Yes, it is.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, almost Friday.